Hey, konnichiwa minasan, it's Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse over in Japan. How are you doing? You good? Are you Genki? I'm feeling a bit nervous, a bit embarrassed, a bit of a complex. Just got back from work and an after work haircut. So yeah, I'm going to actually remove myself from the screen. But before I do, just wanted to say, if you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. I really, really appreciate it. It means so much to me. And today, thankfully, I've got some more positive content, shall we say, than what I've been dropping. Well, the last video, it was only the last one that was a little bit kind of, for me, a rare, fairly negative video because the topic I was covering was negative. But let's stop talking about that now. The good news is that that guy has got so much support. The comic store owner, he's been getting huge support from some industry legends like Mark Millar and a lot of people on Twitter, and a lot of comic book fans they basically got his back. And those Twitter cancellation pig bullies, cancellation pigs, not my phrase, that was Mark Millar, they've kind of disappeared into the hedge like Homer Simpson, as your boy Zach says. Okay, so I'm going to remove myself from the screen because, hey, who wants to look at me? But tonight I'm back with a comic book review. Finally, Fire and Ice issue 2 came out. It came out on Wednesday, December the 6th, priced at $3.99. I've been waiting for this since August when issue 1 dropped. That's right, back in August, we were all worried that this issue was never going to come out. But yeah, Fire and Ice, it's based on a classic 1980s animated movie. Really, really gorgeous movie. If you get a chance to look at it, to watch it, do so. I think there might even be a copy either on the Internet Archive or it's somewhere where you can watch it for free. But yeah, Fire and Ice, a gorgeously drawn, hand-drawn, painted, traditional like fantasy animation back in the day. I think it's got Frank Frazetta connections, of course, and I think Frank Frazetta's daughter, she's a big part of this series. So what is the comic like? Is it any good? Is it worth buying? Well, let me give you the details. Before I go any further, if you like fantasy style stories, then this is a definite recommend. A really, really good story and a very intriguing story. It's still setting things up. But let me give you the credits. And here's actually the main cover. And the artist's name, I don't know the first name, they're listed as Lisner 2023. So that's the main cover. The two covers I was showing before on the intro, they're two variant covers. One was by the main story artist, Leonardo Manco. The other one was by, who was that? Oh my God, I'm forgetting now. Got it. That second variant I showed was by Gary Frank, of all people. Gary, how could I forget your name? Sorry about that. But anyway, let me give you the credits. We have the chapter 2 of Fire and Ice, The Prince of Power, written by Bill Willingham. It's got art by Leonardo Manco. Letters by Jeff Eckleberry, and the editor is Matt Idelson. And here we go. Special thanks to Sarah Frazetta, so Frank Frazetta's daughter, and Joe Weber. Okay, here's a synopsis of the story so far. War is coming between the realms of ice and fire, and everyone knows it. Caught between the two kingdoms are uncountable numbers of cities, nations, and tribes, who are certain to be ground into oblivion once these two powers collide. I'm getting like flashbacks to Frankie Goes to Hollywood and two tribes go to war. But anyway, here's I'm going to go through some of the issue. I won't spoil the whole thing, but I want to share some of the art because it's painted art by Leonardo Manco and it's gorgeous a lot of the time. So we get this rather exciting opening here, a big page saying, got two characters. What in the many hells? A description more apt than you know, giant. The giant is called here, has got a spear in his side, he's got a big club, and his attacker has a huge axe. So we're right in with action right from the start. Then we get this rather gory double-page spread. Look at this. Whack! The giant gets whacked with the axe, but I think, fortunately for him, his club blocks the blow. You won't live long enough to discover why. Because not much can stand against the axe that broke 10,000 shields. That's quite a boast. But what do you think so far? What do you think of the art? It's great, it's dynamic, it's violent, it's fluid. That is impressive. The battle continues. Ottawa got you now, so Ottawa is the giant. You think you make Ottawa dead? Ottawa never dead. And then in a genius move here, genius panel, Ottawa, the giant, picks up this dude's horse and throws it at him. Of course he does. I tell you, I got here on the first read through and I was pulled right in. I was in this story. I'm lost to it. What a great start. What a great fight. I think we need more heroes or villains throwing horses at people. Maybe I can't say that anymore, can I? I'll get cancelled by animal protection agencies. But anyway, then we get one of the side plots, the side stories. We are in Ice Peak Citadel. I guess it's the ice of the title. Mother, a foul and bloody crime. Look what they did to your son. We've got two characters here. One is being carried in armour, blood pouring out of his mouth. He looks in a bad way. Is he dead or just unconscious? Caladan! I went to summon him to your council, arriving just in time to see the assassin crouched over his body. The intruder wore the red cloak of one of Prince Taro's elite riders. We fought, he got away, but not before I was able to cut off this finger. Look at that. So there you go. Look closely at the detail in the art on the right-hand side, the top panel there. It's great. I love this. There's weird like lizard or amphibian creatures in the background. Let me just show a few pages more. We're told this is the signet ring of the Dragonhawk Knights, and that's why he was able to escape. He threw himself out the high window, but then landed on one of those accursed Dragonhawks and flew away. Then we switch back to the animal mask-wearing character. We catch up. Noble Thunderheart, are you gone? No, there's still life in you. It looks like he cares as much for his horse as the Witcher did. Then we see the character. He starts to use some kind of power, some magic, and he brings his horse back to life. Now, let's see where the giant went to. He follows a trail of blood to find the giant. Amazed that he's still alive, he picks up a rock and is about to slay his foe, but he holds back. He doesn't do it. Damn it, who kills a helpless foe? Okay, I won't spoil any more of the story, but just look at some of this art here. Look at these two pages. The top panel on the left and the top one on the right. It's just, it takes me back to days of looking at books by Boris Vallejo, Frank Frazetta, gorgeous painted fantasy art. Maybe it's not as good. The colours aren't quite popping as much as those old books, but I'll tell you what, Leonardo Manco on this, he has done an excellent job. And it's just like this through the rest of the issue. So yeah, as you can tell hopefully by my enthusiastic voice, this is a strong recommend. I would pick it up. I would give this a Wakizashi 8.5 out of 10. Because there's a lot going on in this issue, and I had to go back and read the first issue because it's been 4 months since that dropped, so quite a gap. But it's just nice to be pulled into a story, to be left wondering what's going on. Mysteries are being set up. You got that crazy horse-throwing fight scene in the opening pages. I just want to know more about this world and these characters. So go check out that movie. Give it a watch, then come back, pick up this series. If you can get physical copies, I would really strongly recommend it. Unfortunately, where I am, in a small town in Japan, all I can get is the digital copy, which I use for my review. So yeah, that's it really. I do hope you enjoy the review. Do drop a comment, let me know if you know this series, if you've even heard of it. Are you reading it? If not, why not? And I would give a strong recommend to this, and also a strong recommend to the current Titan Comics Conan the Barbarian series, which has been so good so far. Okay, this has been Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse, and I'm signing off for the night here. Matane!